Hello friends, this is Akash Misar here and welcome back to my YouTube channel, that is Mechanical Engineering Make Easy. And this is 22nd lecture of manufacturing. We are moving with all the conceptual lectures of GATE Mechanical Engineering, and after that we are coming with some previous year solved questions also. Okay, so stay tuned for this amazing content, and if you enjoying my session, then please like, share and subscribe. So without wasting any time, let us move towards our main topic, that is nothing but tool designation. In today's lecture we are going to cover the tool designation. In previous lecture we have covered the single point cutting tool geometry and all the basics of metal cutting. And what exactly the tool designation? Tool designation is nothing but if there is any tool, single point cutting tool, then how we are going to denote that single point cutting tool with the help of different parameters like rake angle and etc. So the tool designation is going to have mainly three types, and that we are going to cover. So first is nothing but American Standards Association. Okay, ASA system, that is nothing but American Standards Association system. And with the help of this system, how we will denote, that is nothing but alpha B, alpha S, then theta E, theta S, CE, CS and R. Okay, alpha B is nothing but back rake angle, alpha S is nothing but side rake angle, theta E is nothing but end relief angle, theta S is nothing but side relief angle, CE is nothing but end cutting edge angle, and CS is nothing but side cutting edge angle, and R is nothing but nose radius. Okay, if you don't know these parameters, then watch my previous video, that is nothing but in that I have given you all the idea of single point cutting tool geometry. Okay, so back rake angle, side rake angle, end relief angle, side relief angle, end cutting edge angle, side cutting edge angle and nose radius. If we have the designation with American Standards Association, then that designation will be in this form. So there may be chances that in GATE exam or etc, they will give you the designation which is in this form, and they will ask you what is back rake angle or etc, or they will ask you in another parameter, and for that you will need the values of back rake angle, end relief angle, side cutting edge angle or nose radius. So you should know on which position the nose radius is there, on which position end relief angle is there. Okay, so that's why note down this formula, and this is nothing but American Standards Association. Then second is nothing but ORS, orthogonal rake system. Okay, ORS is nothing but orthogonal rake system, and in this case the denotation will be I, then alpha, then there is theta S dash, theta E dash, then CE, after that lambda and R. Okay, we know R is nothing but nose radius, CE is nothing but end cutting edge angle, alpha is rake angle or orthogonal rake angle, and I, okay, I, theta S dash, theta E dash and lambda, these three parameters are new for us. Okay, so what exactly that? I is nothing but inclination angle, then alpha is maybe side rake angle or orthogonal rake angle or effective rake angle. This alpha may be side rake angle, orthogonal rake angle or effective rake angle. These three names are suitable for alpha. Then there is theta S dash. Theta S dash is same, that is side relief angle. Theta E is again same, that is end relief angle. And lambda, what is lambda? Lambda is nothing but approach or entering or principal cutting edge angle. Okay, approach angle or entering angle or principal cutting edge angle. So we have the conversion between this ASA system and ORS system. We will look that, but before that note down this so that I can remove it. Okay, so we will move towards that conversion from ASA to ORS. Okay, so what exactly that is? That have two formulas, and that all two formulas are in matrix form. First is tan I and tan alpha, which is equal to sin lambda minus cos lambda, here cos lambda, sin lambda into tan alpha b, that is back rake angle, and tan alpha s. Okay, with the help of this formula, if we are going to convert ASA to ORS, then we will get the value of I and alpha. Okay, or maybe lambda, that will depend on which value we needed, but here we are using I, alpha, lambda, alpha b and alpha s. So from these all values, at least we will get two values from this equation. Okay, then there is another equation also, and that is also in form of matrix. So cot theta s, cot theta e. Okay, these are the values of ASA system, that is American Standard Association. Here again the same matrix will be there, that is sin lambda minus cos lambda and sin lambda, and here the parameters will be that theta s dash and theta e dash. Okay, cot theta s dash and cot theta e dash. So from this also, okay, we are using nearly 5 parameters. From that 5 parameters, we will get at least 2 parameters from this, 2 parameters from this. So we can get 4 parameters from these two equations, so that we are able to convert the ORS system into ASA system or ASA system into ORS system. So note down these two formulas. These two formulas are too much important for our study. And again there is one another formula. Okay, and if you wanted to note down and you are not getting proper time, then you can pause my video for some time and note down that formulas. There is another one relation, that is nothing but lambda, which is equal to 90 minus CS. Okay, so ultimately we will get the value of lambda from this equation, and from that previous two equations, so we will get the value of alpha I, theta s dash and theta e dash, and here from this equation we will get the value of lambda. So everything is here. So if you have the knowledge of all the three formulas, then you will be easily able to do conversion between ASA system to ORS system or ORS system to ASA system. So note down this formula also. There is side cutting edge angle and this is lambda. Lambda is nothing but approach angle. Okay. Then there is third system of tool designation, and that system is nothing but normal rake system. Okay, that is normal rake system. And what exactly that is? That system is nothing but, here the value of normal rake angle alpha n is nothing but normal rake angle, and which is nothing but tan inverse of tan alpha into cos I. Okay, these formulas will give us the conversion of ORS system into normal rake system. Okay, and another is theta n. Theta n is nothing but normal clearance angle. Okay, theta n is nothing but normal clearance angle, and which is also have the formula, that is tan inverse of tan theta s dash divided by cos I. Okay, so alpha n and theta n, these are two parameters that are important while we are going to move with normal rake system. Okay, so note down these two formulas, and then we will move towards another parameter. So I have covered all the three tool designation systems, that is ASA, ORS and normal rake system. Now we will move towards another parameter, that is nothing but theoretical surface roughness. Okay, RT, it is theoretical surface roughness. Okay, RT is nothing but theoretical surface roughness, and what exactly that is? Which is equal to F square upon 8R. And in case of metal cutting, why I have taken this formula? Because ultimately our main goal is that the surface of any workpiece or component, that should be smooth, there should not be too much irregularities, and that irregularities we are going to calculate with the help of theoretical surface roughness. Okay, so this F is feed rate. Okay, this F is nothing but feed rate, which is mm per revolution. And feed rate have two types. First is in mm per revolution and another is mm per minute. So in case of machining time and etc, we will get to know that two values. Okay, so up till now you should know this feed rate is in between mm per revolution. Then this R is nothing but nose radius. In case of single point cutting tool, we have the value of R, that is nose radius. So that nose radius and feed rate, depending on the feed rate and nose radius, we will get the theoretical surface roughness. Okay, and that R varies from 0.2 mm to 1.2 mm, 0.2 to 1.2 mm. This is also important. That is nothing but R, that is nose radius, will vary from 0.2 mm to 1.2 mm. And next we will move towards chip. Okay, what happens, we are going to remove the material from workpiece, so that material will be removed with the help of chip. Okay, and that chip may be have two types, continuous or discrete. So we will look that chips. What exactly chips? Chips have two types, that is continuous and discontinuous. Continuous chips will form when ductile material is there, and discontinuous chips means, for example, this is cutting tool, okay, and this is workpiece here. So ultimately what will happen, this material is going to cut, and if that chips are formed between likewise some pattern, then this is discontinuous chips. And if that chips are directly connected to each other, means there is no any breakage between that removed material, so this is nothing but continuous chip. That continuous chip is also have two types. Okay, that two types are nothing but, first is without built up edge and with built up edge. What is exactly built up edge? Because of friction the heat will be generated, and that chip will be welded to the cutting tool. Okay, here the small welding operation will happen because of the friction and all, and that is nothing but with built up edge. And another, if there is not any welding action, then that is nothing but without built up edge. Okay, these are the types of chips. And then we will move towards next parameter, that is chip thickness ratio. Chip thickness ratio is denoted by again R, and that R is equal to T1 upon T2. And what is T1 and what is T2? T1 is nothing but uncut chip thickness. Uncut chip thickness divided by cut chip thickness, and which will be less than 1, less than 1 always. Okay, the chip thickness ratio, which is going to denoted by R, which is equal to T1 by T2, which is equal to uncut chip thickness upon cut chip thickness, and which will be less than 1 always. And why which is less than 1? Because what happens ultimately, after cutting the thickness of chip will increase. After cutting the chip thickness increases, that's why the R, that is chip thickness ratio, will be less than 1 always. And there is another parameter which is denoted by K, and which is 1 upon R, that is chip reduction coefficient, and which will be greater than 1 always. Okay, what is K? This is nothing but chip reduction coefficient, and which is greater than 1 always. And why which is greater than 1? Because 1 upon R, and if R is less than 1, ultimately 1 upon less than 1 value will be greater than 1. Okay, and if we look the length of chip thickness, okay, then L1 will be length of uncut chip, and L2 will be length of cut chip. And because of what happens, if we are going to consider that volume of chip will be constant, then if the thickness increases, then length will decrease. Okay, to satisfy the condition of volume, that's why this formula will become L2 upon L1. Okay, so R will have another formula, that is nothing but L2 upon L1, that is cut chip thickness upon uncut chip thickness. Cut chip length upon uncut chip length. This is nothing but R. So we have looked today the tool designation and chips and that theoretical roughness. Now we will move towards our last topic, that is nothing but bonus point for today's lecture. What are the bonus points for today's lecture? Maximum value of positive rake angle. Okay, maximum value of positive rake angle will be equal to 45 degree. Okay, means positive rake angle will have maximum value of 45 degree. Then, and that positive rake angle will be for ductile material. And what is positive rake angle? Means tool is likewise, then this is positive rake angle. Okay, this is positive rake angle. If the tool is likewise, then this is positive rake angle. There is one another rake angle, this is zero rake angle. Here the alpha is 0, and if the tool is likewise, then this is negative rake angle. Okay, this is negative rake angle. So these are three types of rake angle, and for if there is ductile material, then we have to consider the positive rake angle. Then rake angle is 0 for brass and thread cutting. The rake angle is 0 for brass and thread cutting. For brass and thread cutting operation, the rake angle will be 0. Then next parameter is negative rake angle will be for tool materials weak in tension. If there is tool material and which is weak in tension, and in that case we will use this negative rake angle. Okay, and another is maximum negative rake angle will be minus 10 degree. Okay, maximum negative rake angle will be minus 10 degrees. So this is you should know the you should note down this value, draw these three figures, and for ductile material we have to use positive rake angle, and that positive rake angle have maximum value of 45 degrees. So note down these all values. These all values are too much important for our study purpose. And in next lecture I will come up with merchant circle, and that part is too much important. So watch that video also. And if you are enjoying my session, then please like, share and subscribe. You can join my Telegram group also, so that you will get in touch with me. And if you need my notes, then you join the Telegram group and comment me in comment box, so that I will get to know that you needs my notes. Then I will give you that notes in Telegram group. Okay, so up till now, bye.